So, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to a special edition of Environmental Social Justice. Today, I'm talking to Michael and Buzzie Valle, who started a very interesting company called BELLA-TERRA. BELLA-TERRA recycles concrete, and also they have concrete alternatives. So, guys, please tell me everything that you're working on and how this is so amazing. This technology is wonderful.
Right now, we're in the process of developing a batch plant so we can commercialize the process and the formulas that we've come up with over the last 15 to 17 years.
Oh, wow.
We've been at it. Yeah, we've been at it for quite a while.
So what brought you to want to do concrete recycling? I mean, most people just dig the sand out of the ground and they use the binders and traditional Portland concrete. So how is this better than traditional Portland concrete?
Our product actually started, we fabricate granite, marble, limestone. We have a fabrication company. And as you may guess, it's very expensive to bring these materials in from around the world and even through the United States. So we started just playing around with sink cuts off of granite, and we started making stepping stones, and year by year we put them through our woods and they'd look better and better. And it's like, okay, the Empire State Building is granite, so obviously this stuff lasts a long time. We started cutting pavers. Our smallest paver was a 6x6.
Oh,
and after that, there was still material left. So Michael started crushing it and playing with the crushed material, and then BELLA-TERRA was born. He started with these patents. Well, I shouldn't say patent pending material.
The process, it became evident that there was a need to explore the process of traditional concrete manufacturing and those elements that are part of concrete, which is Portland cement. The binder, the petroleum, and the Portland cement are two of the largest producers of carbon in the manufacturing world.
how is that? What do they do?
They require a considerable amount of heat, and the emissions from the production of limestone into Portland material, it throws off considerable amounts of heat, and of course, the residual is the carbon that it throws off, carbon emission. It's responsible, I believe, for 7% of the carbon emissions in the world.
Globally, yes.
Globally, yes. And exactly. Therein lies the driving motivation behind looking into something that might have been or could be an alternative to a traditional material, a traditional concrete in a cementatious form of BELLA-TERRA, which has been certified and accredited to be a 100% recycled content, 100% bio-origin bound.
No, one of the things I read up on your company, traditional concrete, I didn't realize used a petroleum-based binder. I had absolutely no idea what the binding component is. So you've removed yet another toxic component with these recycling. And also you said there's a plant-based concrete that you use, or a plant-based binder?
Bio-origin binders are binders that come from plant-based sources, in a reduction of the sugar molecules that are in the residual production of food, residual materials that are in food production.
Oh.
When you process soybean and or corn into any kind of sugar, cornstarch, or what have you, the water that's used retains the sugar from that material. In a reduction process, a slow reduction process of that material, it produces its own syrupy, thick resin. And then we take that and modify it slightly, and it becomes our binder.
That's so cool. I had absolutely no idea. That's a really neat process. So you're actually using waste materials that would have probably been dumped and using it for construction, which is fabulous. Another thing that blew my mind was the recycling of lithium ion batteries. How are you incorporating that?
In a particular process of recycling lithium batteries, one of the byproducts that's produced is a gypsum.
Oh,
Right. And we found that, right, as a result of that, we discovered that the gypsum is of the same quality of the gypsum or gypsum products that are used in cement. And so here is a byproduct that is a recyclable material, was used in a pre-industrial method to recycle the lithium. And as a result, we can take it and put it in our formula, and it gives us the similar results of the gypsum that's used in traditional batching.
that's pretty remarkable. I did not know that. So, you've gotten rid of our pollution problem. You've gotten rid of our waste problem. You're creating a whole new product that people can use. What kind of products are you making? I know there's pavers and veneers, and just tell everybody what they can get out of this, what they can use.
We, in our need to commercialize, commercialization is calling for the least resistant entry to market, and that is in the landscaping and veneer materials world. Those two opportunities cover commercial, industrial, and do-it-yourself markets. So it's been our goal to commercialize BELLA-TERRA as a veneer and landscaping process, while a landscaping product rather, while we continue to research and develop the process to move into structural materials and infrastructure materials.
Yeah, definitely structural and infrastructure would take a lot more testing because it has to be, there's certain things it has to hold up to. But one thing I love about the landscaping side, which is because I'm in California, we need drought tolerant grasses. We cannot maintain the landscaping that we have. So everyone's ripping everything out and just putting down crushed stone. Yes, that's very pretty, but the idea of pavers is better looking. And you can also more utilization. So you can put a table and chairs out there, or, a little outdoor couch and some seating area. So you're actually providing many, many people with a drought tolerant alternative to a current garden, especially where we cannot sustain that any longer because we're getting very hot and dry. So that is actually very nice. Now you guys definitely need to ramp up in the commercial side, but if someone wanted the pavers, where could they find you?
Well, until we are commercialized, which is the current phase of development right now, we're limited to our market here in Rochester and in Rochester, New York. We hope to be regionally commercialized by mid 2022, which would take in New York and New England, Pennsylvania, and parts of New Jersey and Delaware. It's an extensive network of individuals that we've worked with over the years in our traditional family business. And now we're going to be able to utilize that network by offering our products and services as we commercialize here in 2021.
That's excellent. So we will definitely keep you on the radar. And whenever you guys launch the commercial operations, give us a shout out. We will share the hell out of you because I love what you guys are doing. You're solving a construction problem. And having worked 20 years in environmental insurance on construction specifically, this is kind of hitting home for me because I get it. I get all the destructive nature of mining the sand. We're running out of sand apparently. So actually recycling and recreating and doing things differently is what's absolutely needed. So thank you for that. It's extremely important to be done. And do you have any parting words that you want to share with everybody?
What would you like to say?
Oh, like everyone says, recycle, reuse, repurpose, That's
Exactly.
where it's all about.
You've got to completely, embrace the circular economy. And Buzzie, we lost you in our frame. We can.
Oh, sorry.
Hi, peekaboo.
Right about
Step
that.
right up to the microphone.
So thank you guys so much. This was awesome. And we love the fact that BELLA-TERRA is doing what it's doing. And God willing, we'll get you out in the West Coast in the next couple of years, because we definitely, absolutely need that in this environment specifically.
We hope we're there sooner rather than later.
Absolutely. Well, thank you guys. You take
Thank
care.
you.
You
And
too.
we'll see you soon.
Thanks a lot.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.